Hi, Aquarius. This is your August 2020 general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising Aquarius. Oh, blank. How have you been? How's it going, Aquarius? Oops. Okay. Remember that this is a general reading. I completely lost my train of thought. Whew. All right. So remember, this is a general reading. I pray that all of you receive messages that resonate with you, at least one or two messages, if not all of it. So, in sitting with your energy, turn that down a little bit. And I've been asking Spirit for words. I think that I did this for you in July, but I'm asking Spirit for words that will kind of describe the energy for August. And what I got was study and mastery. But I almost feel like this is studying yourself and gaining mastery over yourself. So then I pulled a blind spot oracle. And the blind spot oracle is an oracle by Teal, Swan, and it kind of helps us see what we're blind to within ourselves. And what you've got is what you really want and need. And for me, what that means is like really finding out what it is. Hold on a second. Speaking of Aquarius, that was my little Aquarius daughter knocking on the door. She must have known I was speaking about her. I think I said this last time, but Aquarius is like my favorite sign. I'm not really sure why I'm so drawn to Aquarius, but it's like, you're so fascinating. Aquarius is so fascinating. Just like the way your minds work. And I'm a Leo rising, and so across my descending is Aquarius, and that maybe that's why it helps me see myself, or it helps for me to see myself to see you guys, perhaps. I'm not really sure. But that is 7th house, which is also relationships, so maybe I relate the most to you. But yeah, while I find you the most fascinating, I find you the most challenging. Also, my daughter's so challenging, and at the same time, like, she makes me so happy. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I feel about Aquarius. But back to you guys. I feel like August is going to be a month where you really are able to go within and find out the truth of yourself, therefore finding out what it is you really want and need. No longer basing your wants and needs on what other people have told you you want and need, or basing what you want and need on the needs of other people, and really gaining self-mastery. So curious as to what the cards come up with. Triumphant success. Finding new perspective on what it means to be successful for you. Oh, then conflict and defeat. Perhaps your new perspective creates a little bit of conflict in your environment. Seven of Cups, choose wisely. If you look at this card, you see a man sitting on a pier, and he's contemplating what direction to go. And you can see the different hands. I feel like there's different paths that you could take right now, but it feels like only one is going to be the path to self. That makes sense. Like, you can take all these different paths, but ultimately they will lead back to the path that you're meant to take. All right. So then we have fertility, which is the Empress card. It's in finding your truth, and then creating from that space is where you will nurture and create more abundance. She's knocking again. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Then we have the High Priestess, intuition. It's like allowing that vision to come to you, allowing the vision of what it is that you're meant to create come to you. Then we have the truth, which is also the Judgment card. Waking up to the truth of yourself by studying yourself and then finding self-mastery. Will bring you to a place of being able to she's making noises. 1 second.
I make a video.
Say hi. This is Lily. This is my Aquarius daughter. She climbed the bathroom counter and found the key to my office and opened the door. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Was that bad? Was that not the right thing to do?
No. No.
Okay, say bye.
Bye.
Sorry about that. That was my little Aquarius. She doesn't like to wear clothes, but it's fine. Okay, so then we have the Judgment card, truth. Ultimately ending up in what is your truth, right? What is it that you are meant to do in this world? I feel like that's what most of this is about, is finding your place in this world, finding your purpose, more so than having like a real, it's not necessarily having a job for notoriety, or it's not necessarily having I feel like it's mostly just wanting to find your place in this world, figure out what your purpose is. Jupiter is going to be, Jupiter and Saturn are going to be in Aquarius at the end of this year, starting next year, which is going to catapult you into complete expansion and awakening. So it's exciting. It's like my favorite thing ever. Okay, so with triumphant success, we have the wheel. So you're coming around to a new cycle in your life. And maybe you're feeling right now like, what the hell is going on? Like, I thought I knew what I wanted, and I thought I knew what I was supposed to do. But whatever it is that you're doing now, you're feeling the pull to move away from. You just have to have faith right now. Have faith in what is happening for you. It's like go with the flow. Try not to have any resistance to it. And sort of like allow yourself to go through this and learn along the way. Use each experience as a learning experience, as a lesson, hands-on experience learning. Okay, conflict and defeat. You have the Emperor. What happens when we start to take on this energy? Start to step into our power, start to take the lead of our lives, and start to really know our worth and our value, you know, it can come with a lot of pushback from people who are not in the same space, and they want you to stay in the space where they're stuck at. I feel like there will be someone coming in for you to kind of help guide you through this. If you're already in a relationship, it doesn't feel like the same person. So my daughter's dating an Aquarius, so be careful, sir. Let me stop. Okay. If you're single, then it feels like someone's coming in for you. That's going to help you guide or help support you and help be that person to lean on, right? And it's this person's going to help you kind of, or be beside you while you're going through this, and then help you blow off some steam by having fun and I said this in Capricorn, just be careful you don't indulge yourself too much. But it feels like maybe you are losing people, but it's only for new people to come in. It's only making space for new people to come in. You know what I mean? The idea of moving forward and having to make a choice on what you want. If you have to choose between, if the idea of having to make a choice brings you into anxiety, decide not to make the choice right now. Be okay with having to choose not to make a choice in the moment. Choose wisely. You have the Eight of Swords here, which makes me feel like you are stuck in stasis. Like you are in so much anxiety that you're not able to move forward. So in that case, choose not to make a decision right now. The choice that you have to make will be there tomorrow. So right now, if it's too much for you to choose, then don't. You know what I mean? Allow yourself to sit with it for a while. Allow yourself to sit with why you have anxiety about making a choice. You know, go in and study that. Become curious about it. The curiosity about why you have resistance will kind of make it a little bit lighter than having to really go in and like call it shadow work or anything like that, you know? Don't pressure yourself into making a choice. That's when we make potentially the wrong choices, when there's pressure involved. And try not to pressure yourself, man. Curiosity, like I feel like that word for you is key right now. Allow yourself to become curious, like my daughter. She's the most curious ever. In order for you to step into this Empress, in order for you to birth a new reality for yourself, take on this energy of being curious, like explore new things, explore new studies, like explore try new things. Try new things to see what you like. It doesn't have to be all internal. A lot of the work, yes, is internal, but it doesn't have to be all internal. Like try new things and see what it is that excites you. See what it is that bores you. Really just kind of allow yourself to find what it is that you're curious about and explore those things. 6 of Wands. This will lead you into victory, into a place of feeling more connected to self. It's like a lot of times we feel like we're missing a connection, right? And we don't feel a part of something. So then we look externally and start projecting our need for connection onto someone else. But really, it's just wanting to be connected into ourselves and into who we are and into how we feel, and finding that emotional connection within. And in turn, that will just manifest on your external reality. Our internal reality is mirrored by our external reality. So if you want to look at it that way, examine and look at your external reality with curiosity rather than judgment. And just observe your external reality. What doesn't feel right to you? What doesn't feel conducive to your expansion? And then find that aspect of you inside. I know that you can grasp this, Aquarius. You've got the mind for this. 7 of Coins, planting the seeds. This is what the Empress is all about. She plants the seeds and then is patient and she nurtures and allows things to grow. If something doesn't bloom in the time frame that she thought it would, that's okay. She knows that it will bloom in its right time. 8 of Wands. These messages are coming to you even on your own, loud and clear, in the form of synchronicities or songs or signs, billboards that you see, even posts that you see on social media. These messages are coming to you loud and clear, but it's almost like you're choosing not to receive them. Intuition, you got the High Priestess on the High Priestess. If you are waking up to your gifts right now, and you feel resistant to it, it's time to make the choice of allowing them to flourish. Your gifts are what's going to help you live in your purpose and start living a life on the path. 3 of Wands. Your ship, this is your ship. Your ship has come in and it's carrying the light and it wants you to choose it. But you're just sitting there. It wants you to be excited about it. It almost feels like you've known this since you're little. You've known this is your ship. You've known it since you're little. But you've lost hope that it would come to you. And now that it has, it's time to let yourself become fired up. Okay, but this is not like your ship will be coming into you. Will be coming. I don't feel like it's going to happen until maybe September or January, or maybe like Aquarius season next year. You guys are going to meet somebody, and you're going to be like, it may even be somebody from your past, and you're going to be like, what the hell? You look like a completely different person. Why haven't I noticed you before? You know? With the truth card, you have the 8 of coins, putting in the work, putting in the work. You're going to feel like you're stuck in, you're suspended in time, and you're going to not understand why things aren't happening. But this is divine timing. You need to allow this to happen on its own and not force it. You're going to be going through an ego death this year. Some of you may have already experienced it, but I feel like this is what's going to happen in August. You're going to be going through an ego death, and then coming out like end of September, early October, you're going to start to get the messages, and towards the end of the year, have this new awakening. Yeah. Exciting time. Everyone's going through change. Everyone's going through their own awakening. It will be different for every person, but also it'll be different for every sign. So like every sign's awakening may be similar, but obviously personalized to each person, each different to each individual. It's pretty amazing how it affects everybody. All right, this is the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Elena Fairchild. You've got the word wants to be written. So let's read it. You might have been taught that creativity is something that you have to work hard to access, or that finding your life purpose is so difficult that you must search high and low for it. Yet, what you are is within you and wants to come out at every available opportunity. You don't have to struggle so much. It is about allowing space for it to manifest and to let the energy flow. The real struggle is not finding something. Oh, no. The real struggle is not in finding something. It is more about letting go of the idea that you need to search for your path in the first place. You see, the process of activating your life path is a natural one. The effort in getting out of your way, not in making something happen. As for being yourself, That is the foundation of which your true life path will reveal itself. Being yourself becomes easier when you give yourself permission to love, honor, and accept yourself in all circumstances, especially the ones where you might have been, or you might be more tempted to reject and judge. Give the sacred rebel within the opportunity to decide your values, irrespective of whether they meet with general social acceptance. This oracle brings you the message that what you are dreaming of or seeking to do, create, live, or manifest is actually very natural to you. That is why you want to do it. If you experienced controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, you would have found it hard to access your natural state at the time. You would have been too busy trying to adapt and get through the trials of childhood. When you are finished navigating childhood and started to let go of who you were taught to be in order to become who you really are, you may have found your life path was not easily accessible. Here's my third reading, and then it's time to take a little break. That is simply because your true and natural self was covered by layers of shame from early conditioning that you had to be other than who you are in order to win, love, or be acceptable. However, that natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. Now it is just about chipping away at all the walls of shame, perhaps with a defiant, who the hell cares? I am here and I'm going to love myself anyway. This allows you to risk bearing the feeling of any shame that arises as you release old emotional wounds and break away from any restraints to unconditional self-love. The sacred rebel within can empower you to love yourself no matter what, simply because you want to. You might decide to declare, I am still lovable. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I love that. That will send an energetic message to whomever shamed you in the first place, whether they meant to or not. Your message could be going to a parent, a school teacher, sibling, friend, lover, or anyone else that was struggling enough with their own shame wound that they couldn't help but dump it on you. You can be freed to realize that the shame is just an emotion, not a truth. And you can defy any hold it ever has on you and your ability to love yourself. This oracle brings you the guidance that you are now powerful enough to break the cycle. It is time to stop the shame and claim yourself in love instead. Beautiful. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for the expansion that you'll experience next year. Yeah. I hope this is helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe to my channel. What else? I'm available for personal readings. All the information is below. That's it. I think that's it. I don't know. I hope you have a wonderful August. Leave comments if this has resonated with you or if not, or if you have any insight or not, or you want to just say hi. Talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.